And if you're unfamiliar with Isaac McBride, I don't know which rock you've been living under, but you're fixing to get a full dose of him right now. He posted over 33, I believe, yesterday in their win against Paragould, which was a great contest. So, and the young man received an offer last night from Arkansas State, so you may see him in a Red Wolf uniform not too long from now.
Brookland in the front court with it quickly on the baseline. I think he stepped out of bounds over there.
It looked like a traveling call. That's something we noticed in the first matchup this morning, is that the officiating crew here, they are definitely watching the feet, traveling, walking, any shuffling the feet. They're definitely going to be watching very closely here in the second matchup we've got today.
So Collins with it, baseline now. 3-point shot on the way, off the mark from McBride. Or from Collins, rather. Putback, no good. Second putback attempt. That one will fall for James Singleton.
Singleton's the senior on the Baptist Prep team, and he was hard fought in the paint right there, but he's going to score the first basket for the Eagles.
Brookland nearly lost that one in the front court. Baptist Prep playing a little bit of trap defense, and it comes back to bite them there as we get a three-pointer from Braden Smith.
Smith yesterday in the fourth quarter of their matchup, he went down. He hit the court pretty hard on this right side. He still went off to the sideline just for a second, but then able to bounce back, and he eventually had a huge impact on the last quarter of that game that they won, getting his buckets early and often. So good to see that he's back out there and he's full health and he's ready to play today.
Three-point attempt from Cobb is off the mark, and now we're going back the other way. Brookland into the front court as Coach Bobby Gross barks out instructions.
That's one thing we really have not been accustomed to. It's early in the season, and these coaches are trying to figure out who their starting five and who their bench players are going to be, but that doesn't come with the lack of animation from both these coaches. They're very much involved, even though it's game 2 or 3 on the season.
Prep comes up with a turnover, 2-on-1 fast break. Should say 1-on-2 rather, and that's why Cobb decides to slow it up. He'll slow it up, give it out to McBride. McBride with a nice feed down low. Wide open is Josh Booker.
Booker was down there at the block. He was waving his hands up and down. You could tell that McBride was definitely eyeing him, but the no-look pass is always something you can add to your repertoire.
Now back to the full court, or rather half-court press, and now they'll back up and go into a zone.
Looks like they're in an extended 3-2 defense, and a lot of conversations going on, yelling out where the men are. So Baptist Prep is definitely awake and ready to go early this afternoon.
About 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter. Fenimore with it on the right elbow. Lost the handles on it, but he'll recover. Half with it now, works it around. Now they get it inside to Ballard. Ballard goes up, has it blocked.
Fundamental basketball right there. Singleton went straight up in the air, kept both hands elevated, so no chance at a reach call right there, and a great block.
And an unforced turnover there for Baptist Prep as McBride tried to throw it out to Collins. Collins nearly went backcourt trying to retrieve it and then just trying to save it and toss it in over to Daniel Cobb, rather. It will go out of bounds.
Collins definitely had a look at discuss. He thought he had a player there, but I guess miscommunication early, as the Brookland faithful has shown up early this afternoon, and they're here to support their Bearcats.
So 4-3 is the score.
I think there was a shooting foul top of the key. Half went up with it. It looked like it was uncontested. I think the foul may have been called whenever he was trying to land. The defender didn't give him room to land, so the foul call is going to go against Josh Booker, I believe.
The foul does go on Booker, and Half will hit the first free throw.
Second knocked down all three, and Coach Ross has seen enough. He's going to take his first time out of the ball game with his club down 2.
Yeah, 6-4 with just 4:25 left to play here in the first quarter. And it's been very interesting. Both of these teams obviously still trying to fill each other out in the opening minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, and that was one thing early in the tournament. We weren't here the first day of the tournament, but we knew Baptist Prep came in with that impressive in-state win streak, and I think they were kind of shell-shocked their first game getting the loss, so now they're here competing today at the 1:30 matchup, and I don't know if Coach Ross anticipated that's where they would be at this point, and I think a lot of people in the state were wondering how Baptist Prep would rebound off of consecutive winning seasons with a state championship to their credit here recently, so I'm really anticipating a really hard fight. I mean, obviously the Bearcats are going to come out, and they've got a lot of pride that they're on their home court, and they didn't come out necessarily and play how they anticipated, but this is going to be a great matchup.
Prep trailing by 2 here with 4:15 left to play. Still trying to find the rhythm on offense. Pass intercepted by Collins. He went up and high-pointed that one like a receiver. Can't finish off the left side of the rim, but he will go to the free throw line as he's fouled by Buxton Half.
Half wasn't really happy with that foul call right there, but he's going to get called for it, and I believe that's going to be his first one. So far early going, we were just a couple minutes into this one. He's got 3 points to his credit off those free throws in his first foul. So watch that early on this game, see if Coach Gross monitors his fouls to keep him in the ballgame, because he's definitely a key contributor to this offense.
Well, it's not a Bobby Gross team if they don't play tough physical defense. Already kind of seeing that here in the last few possessions. 4:03 to play. Now all tied up at 6. Into Braden Smith. Smith turns it over. Here's McBride. Can't finish on the left side.
The Eagle defense is an absolute swarm right now. As soon as someone gets the ball, you see 2, 3 defenders just huddled around any of the Bearcat players, and they're getting their hands in there. So far, the fouls have been few and far between, but I don't think that's going to last very long with this officiating crew we've seen so far today.
Drew Thompson from the right elbow looking for a screen from Jackson Ballard, and he got one. Now on the far sideline, it's Fenimore with it, trying to work off a screen from Braden Smith. Now Half finds Fenimore. He baseline drives. Nice little finish at the basket for Douglas Fenimore.
Fenimore's definitely a great role player. He came in yesterday and he had some key baskets for the Bearcats, and it's something I've been surprised so far is neither coach has gone to their bench. They've still got their starting 5 out there, and I know yesterday the Bearcats, we saw Tyler Harrell come off the bench, and he contributed a lot for the offense, so both coaches riding their starters here at the very beginning.
Nice little turnaround shot by James Singleton underneath the basket. Singleton now with 4 points here in the first quarter, all tied up again at 8. Nice feed into Braden Smith. Smith with the left-handed finish. He'll go to the free throw line. That's going to pump up the Bearcat faithful here behind us.
Active ball game so far, and right on cue, both coaches going to their bench for the Eagles. Spoon is coming in. It looks like a host of Bearcats coming in. I know I just saw Keenan Strode come and check in, but Coach Gross is using this opportunity as a coaching point. It looks like Coach Gross, Weaver, and Taylor all huddled up around trying to give the new bunch instructions. Is also coming in as Griffin Hatton. And then also, I think Tyler Harrell, as I mentioned earlier, he's substituting to the game now.
There's a shot just off the left side for Spoon, who's got his first points of the ball game.
Just coming in, great body control, and you see the defense once again swarms and got another turnover.
Yeah, quick turnover for the Eagles, and now they'll go to the free throw line to try to take the lead with Javion Collins, who's 2 for 2.
Foul number 2. No, foul's not going to go against Braxton Half. I know that he was in on that play, but the foul's not going to go against him. Foul's going to be against Griffin Hatton. I think the announcers may have announced it wrong, but they charged that foul to Griffin Hatton, so they're keeping the fouls away from Half so far to start this game.
Collins will hit his first free throw on this trip. Now 3 for 3, 3 points in the ball game. Just 2:14 left to play here in the first quarter, and it's back and forth between Brookland and Baptist Prep as Collins hits them both. 2-point lead for the Eagles. Here comes a full court press from Baptist Prep. Into the front court with Hatton.
Look for the Bearcats to set up their offense here. They've kind of sort of been discombobulated here the last couple of possessions, not really making it past half court. So Coach Gross definitely wants to see his offense get developed here.
There's a 3-point shot from Keenan Strode.
the freshman coming off the bench, and he's going to make an impact right away. You can tell by looking at his face, he's a young man that he's trying to prove his worth here. As Coach Gross does have a pretty young squad, but he's not scared to come out there and shoot it.
Yeah, just a freshman. Now a 1-point lead for Brookland. Collins with a nice feed. They work it around. 3-point shot from the corner pocket. They can't answer. Offensive rebound, however. Shot off the left side, and they'll give him a charge. That's James Singleton.
Singleton's going to be charged with a foul, and he's in disbelief. He was in the process of making his move when Tyler Harrell got set, as you see it there on the Tubetown replay. And we talked about it yesterday. These officials are pretty animated when they get ready to call it. The official on that far side, he tossed the hanky and he started the chainsaw with that charge call.
1:15 remaining here in the opening quarter, and a travel called against Braxton Half.
Cannot shuffle your feet. You have to be set.
And the referee's explaining some.
Coach Brian Ross isn't happy with that call, that charge call down there. He's definitely going to go to bat for his team. As they see right now, it's a 1-point contest almost through the first quarter, and this is going to be a hard-fought game.
Douglas Fenimore back into the game for the Bearcats. Spoon out to Collins. Now Spoon's got it back.
Interesting defensive alignment here for the Bearcats, as you can see. As Spoon goes up and he gets the basket, but the Bearcat defense are running a man, but they are fronting McBride wherever he is. The individual guarding McBride is not in help side defense at all. They have him fronted as he's been held scoreless so far in the first quarter.
Tyler Harrell working to the left off a screen now. Prep has backed off of that trap defense that they've kind of been switching back and forth between. If Brookland's able to get into the front court and try to set up their offense, they move into this man defense. And 22 seconds remaining. Brookland looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
Look for a screen right here for Fenimore or Strode in the corner. That's the play they went to yesterday, and try to set up some sort of penetration here and kick out to try to get a three-pointer to get a lead going into the first quarter.
6 seconds remaining. They go in motion. Harrell with it. Feeds it down low for Strode. Strode trying to hit a man down low on the baseline, looking for Braden Smith, and ball goes out of bounds. I think it was last touched by the Eagles, so Bearcats get one last look at it with half a second left on the clock.
Not before Roberts comes in. We saw a situation like this yesterday. I think there was .4 on the clock yesterday in the Monticello matchup where they were able to actually get a shot off in time, so we'll see what the Bearcats do here.
3-point shot on the way. Don't know if he got it. The referee said he did, and at the buzzer, Brookland will take a 2-point lead. 16-14 is your score after the first quarter's in the books.
That was awfully close by Strode, but he knocked it down as we end the first quarter. As we roll it back here on the Tubetown replay, see him go up, and we're going to say it's good.
We'll take a quick break and come back with the second quarter here between Brookland and Baptist Prep right after this on Tubetown.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade, presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses. Kick off the holiday.
Andy Manus, Ryan Short back here with you at Bearcat Arena. 16-14 is your score between the hosting Brookland Bearcats and the Baptist Prep Eagles. And just joining us, she missed a buzzer-beating shot there at the end of the first quarter, a three-pointer from Kean Strode, and just a freshman stepping up and knocking down a big shot here in this tournament.
I don't know if you can hear it right now through our headset, but the PA is playing Baja Men, Who Let the Dogs Out, and I definitely feel like with the intensity we saw in that first quarter, the dogs are definitely out, and both teams are scrapping here going into the second quarter.
Smith will hand it over to Dallin Ford.
We didn't see much action from him yesterday, but it looks like Coach Gross is going to him in the early going in this contest, getting some breather for his starters.
There's a three-point shot from half from the corner pocket, no good. Here comes Baptist Prep, McBride with it. Under the left for Collins and a wide open Kaufman in the corner.
Dalen Ford over there fronting McBride, not letting him get an opportunity. You can see him at the top of the key right now.
Well, they're just trying to play deny ball on him. Forced the ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. Now going back the other way with the Bearcats. Still holding on to that 2-point lead in the first minute of the second quarter.
The Bearcats have been able to keep McBride silent so far, but I do not anticipate that lasting long. I'm sure Coach Ross has a couple plays in his playbook specifically designed for McBride that he'll probably cue up here in the second quarter to get his action started.
Fenimore around the half. Ford posting up down low, is asking for the ball. Now he's going to come out and set a screen. They work it back around to the other side.
I'm sure they're not going to leave Strode open like that again in the corner.
He's driving baseline now, trying to find an open spot. There he is in the corner, wide open three, sidesteps the defender. Shot is up and good. That is a senior move right there.
So much maturity to know that the defender is coming, is going to be trying to go for the block. Solid head fake, still in rhythm, step back three, and the Bearcats are going to take a 5-point lead here in the early goings of the second quarter.
Forcing a turnover too. No, they'll keep it right here with the Eagles. Couple of substitutions coming back in as Brooks Spoon making his way back in alongside Daniel Cobb. And Javion Collins will take a trip to the bench.
Roberts is going to come out too and get a breather.
So it's Kaufman, Spoon, Cobb, McBride, and Booker. 3-point shot from McBride off the mark. Going for the rebound. I think that's going to go against... That's going to go against Baptist Prep. It'll go against Spoon.
It's going to go against Spoon. He just came in the ball game. You saw when McBride released that shot, he kind of shrugged his shoulder. He's got a demeanor kind of like Russell Westbrook, and he's kind of a stout, physical, and you can tell he's kind of disgruntled here at the early going, and that shot right there may have been forced, but he still has to take his shots.
How about that pass from the freshman Keenan Strode into Braden Smith? Smith can't finish on his end of the bargain, and on the rebound, McBride will get it, take it all the way down for the easy basket. 19-16 now with about 2.5 minutes gone by.
He was kind of snowbirding from that last possession. He really hadn't made it cross half court yet, but then he was able to use his athleticism to get to the basket and score.
We talked about McBride just a second ago. He's also got that really high jump shot that he takes, much like Russell Westbrook. Bearcats with it in the front court, Ford on the far elbow with Smith up top now.
In a man zone defense now, essentially each man, if a man is in your area, you're in man defense, but if someone crosses in front of you, a lot of communication has to take place in the Eagle defense.
Ford was standing on the right side of the paint, tried to field a bounce pass from his teammate, lost the handles on it, jump ball ensuing, and the arrow will give it to the Eagles. Here comes Baptist Prep with 5:20 left to play here in the second quarter. They trail by 3. Only scored 2 points here in this second quarter. Offensive foul charge on James Singleton.
I don't know if Douglas Fenimore has ever been to L.A., but that was a great acting job there. He knew he was in position, kind of enticed the offensive player a little bit, but he did get the charge, so, I mean, you can't blame him.
Jackson Ballard getting ready to check back in for the Bearcats. Kean Strode with it on the far sideline, finds Braxton Half, and now they're working around to the right elbow, trying to find another open shot for Strode in the corner perhaps, but a loose ball turnover goes to Kaufman, and Kaufman will score easily, and Coach Gross seen enough of that. 19-18 is the score. His Bearcats lead by just 1 now with 4:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Take another look at the replay.
You see Kaufman anticipated the pass coming off the end, and then just a hustle play to get to the ball, and then a great job finishing as he gets to the hole there. He's going to cut the deficit there by 1. So, I mean, great athleticism and hustle play, and that's something I know that Coach Ross has been preaching to his guys, especially in the early going of this game, switching up a few different defensive alignments so far. As far as the Bearcats are concerned, I know Coach Gross was really happy with how they came out and performed, especially in the second half of the first quarter, but here in the early going of the second quarter, they've kind of seemed discombobulated. He's let his starters get a little bit of rest, and you can tell that the freshman talent coming into the game are just a little uneasy.
Bearcats out of the timeout with possession. Prep playing full court press. They're going to foul Drew Thompson as he takes a trip to the deck.
He was definitely bailed out there. He already picked up his dribble, and he was really out of places to take the ball, so the foul call bailed him out of that situation.
Foul called on Kaufman, his second of the ball game. 6 team fouls here on Prep in the first half. There's a nice little finish from Drew Thompson. Split the defense. The lead is back up to 3 for the Bearcats. Here's Prep into the front court. Big time three-point shot on the way from McBride. Off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound. Let's see if they count it. They don't. They'll give it to him on the floor, but Spoon there on the offensive board. And
that's going to be the second foul call against Half, and just like that, coming to the scores table is going to be Hatton, I'm sure, to go in there. And no, he's going in there for Braden Smith, who that young man is red in the face and definitely winded, so need to get him a breather on the sideline.
Collins slaps the ball, inbounds it into McBride.
Great skip pass there for the Eagles.
High post. Booker out to Collins. Showing patience here. There's a three-point shot coming from Cobb. Cobb with a step behind the three-point line will knock that one down.
You can hear Coach Gross to our left. He's yelling shooter, shooter every time he touches the ball. And so far in this contest, Cobb has been fairly conservative, basically being a facilitator, but he's not scared to take the shot right there and knocking down the big three-pointer for his team, tying up the ball game.
Griffin Hatton got away with a travel just there. The Bearcats hold on to the basketball for the time being. And Johnny on the spot. There's Josh Booker with the turnover. Passing it ahead to Cobb. Three-point shot on the way. No good from Spoon. Half comes down with the board. Not a bad idea there from Prep with 3:28 left to play here in the third. And now the Bearcat offense will set back up. Half crosses the timelines. Got no help. Now they're working around trying to find a corner shot. There it is from Half off the mark.
Definitely a rush shot right there. I think he's a little bit winded. Coach Gross needs to think about getting him some time on the bench here pretty soon. He hasn't stepped off the court yet. I don't believe so this contest.
Three-pointer on the way from Spoon. No good. And Griffin Hatton comes down with the rebound and a reach-in foul called on Brooks Spoon.
Getting a little chippy there between Hatton and Spoon. I know that Hatton, of course, unintentionally, he had that ball chinned right under in a very physical manner, and he's going to earn 1-and-1 opportunity at the free throw now as the Bearcats are in the bonus.
Roberts will come in for Spoon as that is number 2 on him. And Hatton will hit the front end of the 1-and-1.
Hatton, the lefty, almost looks like Zebo up there. If we got any Memphis Grizzlies fans that are watching us now on the Tubetown online Facebook page.
Sends the lead out to 1. It's been back and forth the entire ball game. 16-14 was the score after the first quarter, and now here in the second, it's a 1-point margin. Hatton missing his second free throw. Here come the Eagles. Collins, baseline, will kick it back out to the top of the key. Looking for the three-point shooter.
You know, we made the comparison earlier in the game of McBride to Russell Westbrook, a player in this that came originally from this region that also gets compared to Russell Westbrook is going to be Malik Monk, who's now with the team in Charlotte. So, I mean, that's 2 excellent comparisons. A kid that obviously has a bright future in his basketball career.
So Jackson Ballard will be at the free throw line now. Off the mark on the front end of that. Bearcats going to come and double team McBride at the timeline. He's going to get it away down into the corner.
Harrell face guarding him at the top of the key.
Three-point shot on the way. Off the mark from Andrew Evans. But a foul called.
That's going to be number 3 on Half, and you hate to see that as a young man that he's coming out this year, and he's only a junior, but he's definitely earned a leadership role for this Bearcat team. And I hate to see early in the game that fouls are going to cause him to have to go to the bench.
Well, we talked about it there in the first quarter, how these two teams are physical, and now got some of the referees telling the players kind of positioning them right now.
He's saying you can get in there if you want to get in there, but I don't know if I'd necessarily.
I think he's telling them can't touch each other. The
I don't know. I think they're giving them the rules like they do at the prom dance where you got to be arm lengths apart.
It's a little bit what it looked like out there in that huddle. McBride trapped in the corner is able to get it out to Collins. Now 3-point shot on the way. Cobb will hit it from the top of the key. That's the second one here in the quarter for Cobb, and that will put his Eagles back on top by 2. They lead 24-22 with a 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here with 2:03 remaining in the half. Great 3-point look from Cobb, and the Eagles have done a good job the last few possessions avoiding that half-court press of Brookland.
Cobb has come down twice now, and I said earlier he's been more of a facilitator, sort of setting up the offense, but the freshman doesn't lack any confidence. Those 2 shots that he has taken, he has stepped into, and he has shot with great form, and all he's seen is the bottom of the net so far, so he's got 6 points to his credit so far. It's kind of silenced this Bearcat
exactly
faithful.
what I was just about to say.
We stopped talking for a second, and I swear I could hear our baseline camera operator, Richard. He's knocked out a couple of sub sandwiches this morning in the hospitality room that the Bearcats have offered us, and I think I heard him over there. No, that wasn't him. That was somebody else.
1:56 to play here in the second quarter. After the timeout, Bearcats basketball. Smith with it. Hands it off to Strode on the weave. Trying to find an open man here on the switch. Now Coach Gross going to change things up here. Thompson out to Strode. Playing keep away here, trying to find again the open shooter. McBride trying to force a turnover, nearly came up with one. Oh, and Strode dangerously straddling that timeline. Able to get it back into the front court. Now with 1:10, they will go back into motion on offense. Drew Thompson.
A lot of pressure here in this possession, but so far, nothing's coming from it.
Strode trying to drive there, gets it out to Drew Thompson, and now they're going to go back into motion once again. Coach Gross screaming a play out.
Almost like a conductor yelling at his well-oiled machine to keep passing and cutting and setting up the offense, telling them to cut harder and to penetrate, and they're definitely looking to develop something until that turnover.
Collins into McBride. McBride. Foul's going to be called on the floor. McBride will take this one out underneath the free throw, or underneath the basket rather. Foul goes on Drew Thompson. That's his first of the night. Just the 4th team foul here on Brookland in the first half. 15
Moore is
foul.
going to get checked back into the game for Tyler Harrell. So last 30 seconds of this first half, looking to tie it up.
Wide open on the inbound is Cobb, and Cobb will extend the lead.
Just a lapse in judgment and a slip in the game plan there as he came wide open under the basket. Uncontested layup for the most part.
8 points for the starter from Baptist Prep, makes it 26-22. Now 10 seconds left. Coach Gross wants to send his offense in motion. There's a baseline drive from Smith. Smith trying to kick it out to a wide open Drew Thompson on the other side of the baseline, but the errant pass goes out of bounds, and now with 4.1 seconds left, they give the ball to McBride. McBride sprints ahead, gets it into Cobb. Cobb sets his feet, launches a 3, got it at the buzzer. Are you kidding me?
Young man is on fire. He is shooting out of his mind right now, giving his Eagles a 7-point lead into the half. And as you can tell, all of his Eagle counterparts came out as you see it right here on the replay. Catch it in rhythm. Shot goes up, zeros on the clock. Nothing but pistols to put back in his arsenal because he is shooting bullets.
3 3-pointers in the second quarter for Daniel Cobb. He finishes the half with 11 points. And as Ryan said, a 29-22 score between Baptist Prep and the Brookland Bearcats. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and come back with some halftime stats for you right after this here on Tubetown.
Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution, the better way to watch TV. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time. And watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet from the free Follow Me TV app. The best part, equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. We just revolutionized the way you watch TV. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution, the better way to watch TV. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time. And watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet from the free Follow Me TV app. The best part, equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. We just revolutionized the way you watch TV. Ritter Communications, right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Here at Bearcat Arena, where it is halftime between the Brookland Bearcats and the Baptist Prep Eagles. The Eagles lead this one after 2 quarters, 29-22, thanks to some excellent lights-out scoring there in the second quarter by Daniel. Leads all scorers with 11 points after 2 quarters, 4 points apiece for Singleton, Spoon, and Collins, 2 points apiece for Booker, McBride, and Kaufman. Looking at the Bearcat side of the score sheet, they're led in scoring by the freshman Kean Strode off the bench with 9 points, all coming from behind the three-point line. Smith has chipped in 5, 3 points from half, 2 points apiece from Thompson and Fenimore, and Griffin Hatton has had a free throw. And again, the score 29-22.
That's going to be one thing we're definitely going to have to see in this second half from Brookland is I would say is one of their leaders on their team, Braxton Half. He got into a little bit of foul trouble there towards the end of the second quarter, and Coach Gross had no option but to take him out of the ball game. And you could sort of see the tide change that with just that substitution, where Baptist Prep was a little bit more physical on the defensive end, and they were taking advantage of a few more opportunities. Both teams have had their fair share of turnovers. We're not going to discount that, but look for Coach Gross to definitely get Braxton Half back in here. But if he is to commit that 4th foul here in the third quarter, look for a very conservative field to go for the rest of the ball game.
Both teams ready to start this third quarter of action. The Bearcats will start with possession. And they were ready to go. Prep was still in their huddle. And they fooled them, man. They didn't know which side of the court they were supposed to be on, and so just like that, an easy bucket to open up the third quarter for Douglas Fenimore.
Oh, man, and over on the far sideline, Collins, one of the Baptist Prep players, he's over there laughing. They came out of the huddle, and they're just ready to go, and easy 2 points.
Guarding the wrong end of the floor. There's Daniel Cobb picking up where he left off in the second quarter. Give him 14 points in the ball game.
Unstoppable so far, and McBride's absolutely loving it that they're able to distribute, and he's able to get involved in this ball game.
His fourth three-pointer. Extends the lead up to 8, 32-24. There's a three-pointer from Half. He'll answer.
Anything you can do, I can do. I won't say better, but we'll say just as well, because 3 points is 3 points. Good answer there for the Bearcats.
6 points now in the game for Half. It makes it 32-27. How about McBride on the putback? Can't get the friendly roll. Now Half is in trouble on the far sideline. Got to get out of it. He does. Gets it to Fenimore. Now over to Drew Thompson. Thompson, Fenimore, Half, Smith out on the floor for the Bearcats.
High kiss off the glass there by Half, and he's got an early 5 points to start this third quarter.
They give him 8 for the entire ball game. Had those 3 free throws back in the first, and now it's a 3-point ball game here in the third. 6:15 left to play. Only 2 minutes gone by, and Brookland trying to open things up here out of the locker room.
That's something we talked about during the short intermission, is that going into half and you're down 7, that's a lot more of a deficit than going down by 4 before. Goodness gracious. Collins hit that 3 to end the half, and he's come out and got 6 of his own. And what we were talking about is that coming out down by 7 is definitely a little bit more devastating than down 4, but it looks like both clubs have come out and they're ready to play, and they're going to answer each other.
That is the 5th three-pointer from Daniel Cobb. He started hitting them in the second quarter, and he is continuing that streak here in the third. 2 for 3 from behind the three-point line, in fact, here in the third quarter. Fenimore on the drive. Looks like he got away with a little bit of a travel there. Thompson with it on the far sideline. Here's Fenimore on the drive around McBride. Lost it on the high dribble. Now Collins 2-on-2 with McBride. Collins leaning into the defender. They're going to get him with a charge.
Coach Ross down to his knees in disbelief that was a charge call. He's definitely going to need some type of justification for this, as you can tell that they were both in. That was a bang-bang play. That could have won either way.
Could have went either way. Collins picks up his first personal foul of the night, first team foul here on the Eagles since the start of the third quarter. Now 3 minutes gone by here in the third, and we're going to get a timeout from the Bearcat bench. Coach Bobby Gross wants to talk some things over. He's still got 3 timeouts left to play here in the ball game, and Baptist Prep still has 3 as well. Just a 30-second timeout. Again, the score 35-29. Daniel Cobb, what a night he is having. 17 points.
You see here the replay of Half knocking down that three-pointer, the second bucket made during the third quarter so far. And, you know, we've seen a lot of back and forth, especially when they came out of the locker room. As you see the 5th point that Half scored. And then the young man, of course, Collins, knocking down or Cobb, knocking down his 5th three-pointer. It's just been a back-and-forth game so far. Baptist has definitely kept the lead and the momentum, but Brookland, you can feel that at any moment Baptist Prep is to let down the intensity at all, that the Bearcats are going to be there to capitalize on it.
Yeah, Brookland led by 2 at the end of the first quarter, 16-14, but since then Prep has turned it on and have not looked back, have held the lead since then.
Bearcats come out in their offense and definitely had a purpose there, but this layup by Half.
Tyler Harrell back into the game for Brookland, and on that rebound, it looked like Collins and Smith kind of had a little bit of a tussle there. Collins kind of might have gotten away with a little bit of a rough push there against Braden Smith, but just kind of showing some frustrations here. Again, this game has started to get a little bit more physical than it was there in the first quarter when the teams were trying to fill each other out.
And I think that foul is actually going to go against Braden Smith on the offensive end.
So Collins, bounce pass down low. Booker working that pivot foot off the front iron. Spoon, rather, on the shot. Here's Half. He's going to slow it up.
Bearcats looking to get back into their offense, something we saw from Paragould in the first matchup, pass, cut, screen, and get into a good shot. In rhythm there, just doesn't fall.
Got an excellent pass there from Schroed into Smith, and just couldn't, as you said, just couldn't get it to land. That would have narrowed the margin back to 4 points, but right now it remains at 6. There's Spoon with a nice feed off down low, and how about James Singleton finishing it off after the pretty assist?
Great dribble penetration there that led to the pass down at the block, and just a classic finish for the Eagles.
Half-court press defense coming from Baptist Prep. Brookland somehow able to get into the front court because they were swarmed in the backcourt. Now they're trapped in the corner. I think he wisely threw it off of one of the defenders there. A little schoolyard trick, but he had to do what he had to do there.
Yeah, and you've already burned one timeout, so you'd hate to use another one here in the early going of the third quarter.
37-29. Harrell working to his left, trying to avoid going back into that corner they just had to dribble out of. Now the freshman Schroed with it. To the left off a screen. No, they're trying to find another open look for him in one of the three-point corners. Harrell to the left off a screen. Schroed with the head fake, wants to drive. Puts a body in the defender. Great look, but doesn't get the friendly roll. And they're going to call a jump ball. Good job there by Singleton tying it up with Jackson Ballard.
Schroed went in there and he sort of created some room for himself with that penetration. You could see he sort of dipped in there and gave a good powerful head fake, we'll call it that, to create the space, but just couldn't get a shot to land.
There's Cobb with the head fake. They're not giving him too much space after he's already knocked down 5 triples. They've held McBride in check. There's a shot from Singleton on the left side of the basket. Missed his first one, but he'll get the offensive rebound and put it back. He's got 8 points in the ball game.
I say he's got some of his own, doing a lot of work down there inside.
Full court press coming. Brookland gets it into the front court.
That's something we'll see a lot of if Baptist Prep continues to extend their defense into a full court. Look for the Bearcats to have some of those long down the court passes and try to get some fast break opportunities.
1:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Half with a deep three-pointer, and he'll nail it. Braxton Half with his second 3 of the ball game. 8 points in the third for him, and that's 11 in the ball game. 1:27 left to play, a full timeout on the floor. 39-32. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. Back with more third quarter action right after this.
Kick off the holiday season on Tubetown. Hubbard and Hope Furniture present live coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. Tune in December 7th at 6:30 p.m. and watch the parade live on Tubetown Channel 21 or on the Tubetown Facebook page. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of the 2017 Greater Blytheville Area Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade presented by Hubbard and Hope Furniture and sponsored in part by these local businesses.
Look here again at this play setup. Half on the far side. Right in his face is Spoon, and he's able to bury the 3 to cut the deficit down to 7. And just as we thought that the Bearcats were all but out, a great timeout call by Coach Bobby Gross that he sees that his team are back within shooting range, and you know that he stood over there and a very emphatic coach during the timeout, and you can see at half court right now, Half is talking with his team, and they're still in this. The scoreboard, they're down 7, but they have been in this since, as we said, they were leading after the first quarter.
Andy Maness and Ryan Short back here with you at Bearcat Arena, 39-32. Each team even here in the third quarter, scoring 10 points apiece. Prep splitting the full court press, and a blocking foul called against the Bearcats. That was Brooks Spoon taking it strong to the hole. He'll go to the free throw line now, and they're going to pick up, I think, Jackson Ballard with his first personal.
Ballard had position. He was standing there for quite some time, but a very great Euro step. They're going to say the foul was on the floor, but great footwork there by the Eagles.
Collins trying to find somebody to get it to, and the 5-second call.
That was a quick 5 seconds. That's all I'll say about that.
Coach Ross is thinking over there is the same thing.
That was a pretty quick 5 seconds. He may have been using the metric system on that one.
So Strode will come out of the game. It's Thompson, Smith, Fenimore, Half, and Ballard out on the floor for the Bearcats. Singleton, Spoon, Cobb, Collins, and McBride on the floor for the Eagles. 1:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Tipped pass. Bearcats hang on to it, though.
They're running that same play that they got Half on that three-point play that we saw right before the timeout, where they sort of sneak Half on one of the corners, and they have two offensive players setting back screens just like that right there. One's supposed to be set up on the elbow and the other one on the block so that he has a clear shot on the far side.
Yeah, you called it. They were looking for it and nearly had it set up.
Here he goes, cutting across the baseline right now. They're setting up the screen. Looks like it's not going to be able to get set up. I think Baptist Prep is onto what they're trying to do.
Drew Thompson into traffic. Can't get the layup to fall, but he will go to the free throw line. Saw Half cutting back to the opposite baseline here from the left to the right. And Thompson, with some awareness, could have tossed that out to him, but he'll go to the free throw line for two free ones.
We saw Thompson in the first half. He had a play similar to that where he was able to cut and sort of forge his own path through the lane. And for a young man, he is a sophomore, but he's one of the smaller built players out there, being able to get down low and to get those opportunities. Free throws are still points, and he's fixing to go 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 4
points in the game here for Thompson. It makes it a 5-point ball game with under 30 seconds left to play in the third. Full court press coming from the Bearcats. Nearly force a turnover there. Here's Cobb. Dish off down low to Singleton. Now they'll back it out with 16 seconds left. McBride calling for a clear out.
Very wisely slowing it down right here. They're up 5. If they can extend that lead going into the fourth quarter, it'd be great news for the Eagles.
McBride only with 2 points here in the ball game. Bearcats have held him in check. There's a three-pointer that falls as time expires in the third quarter. What a game we have had here this evening. All 3 quarters have ended with 3-pointers. And now we're headed to the fourth. 42-34 is your score. Brookland leading Baptist Prep. We're back with more fourth quarter action after this.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
You know, we've seen a lot of impressive shooting going on here and impressive rebounding by the Eagles, but nothing more impressive than this shot right here, McBride, to end the third quarter. You can see why Arkansas State offered that young man last night. He's a very athletic player. Now, physically, he's not going to be the one that wows you. He's not the one that you look across the court and think, man, that kid's got to be a D1 athlete. But his athleticism and just the presence of mind there, he knew that his team was kind of in a fritz going into the last 15 seconds of that quarter. He calmed them down. He slowed it. He isolated. I think he was trying to generate a shot for someone else, but he ended up creating one of his own, and he took his team into an 8-point lead going into the final quarter here at Bearcat Arena.
Bearcats will start the fourth quarter with possession. Smith with a turnaround shot, no good.
Really crowded in there in the paint as number 12, Singleton, the big guy for Prep, was in there with a host of Bearcats and was able to get a hand in the shooter's face.
Here's Collins dishing it out for Cobb, who's had quite a night, 17 points on the evening for him. Here's McBride, pull-up three-pointer. Little heat check shot. And it's going to go to Fenimore. Fenimore will now bring it up the floor, his team trailing by 8.
If that shot would have went down, I think the complexion, that would have been the turning point. If the shot at the end of the third quarter wasn't the turning point of this ball game, then if that would have went down. Let's see how the Bearcats answer right here, though, after that shot.
Half trying to drive around and find Ballard on the left side of the paint, but instead it's going to be a foul against Baptist Prep. I think they're going to get Daniel Cobb with his first personal.
Only the third team foul of this second half, so both teams still a ways away until we're going to be into the bonus.
And Smith can't finish right underneath the basket. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Here's Cobb on the dribble drive, got it. He'll go to the free throw line as well.
That young man is all of 5'4", but watch after this replay right here as he flexes his chest. That young man is having a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, 19 points now in the ball game for him, shooting for 20 on this and one, and it's a 10-point lead. It'll stay 10. Still the biggest lead of the night for the Prep Eagles. They're trying to set something up for half here in the corner. Strode back into the game alongside Fenimore. Half is just running the baseline right now. They're trying to find him an open spot to shoot. Strode with a deep three-point shot.
He could have hit that from Poinsett County.
Nearly from the Bearcat logo at mid-court. Now almost 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Again, a 10-point deficit for the Bearcats.
I think it's really interesting that they have held McBride to very, very few points. I mean, we had that shot before the third quarter, but they still have Fenimore over their face guarding him everywhere he goes.
Singleton going to hit the front end of this trip to the free throw line. His first trip tonight, he's got 9 points.
Riley Newton just checked into the game for the Bearcats. We haven't seen him all contest, but yesterday in their contest, he came in and he's listed at 5'5". They may have granted him a couple of inches on that one, but he is what you call a shooter.
So bounce pass in. Turnaround shot, no good.
Great matchup there on the near side between Newton and Cobb. Two young men that are out there earning it just like everybody else.
And a great touch pass down low from Spoon into Singleton. And Singleton now with 12 points in the ball game. 14-point lead. Bearcats need a bucket here. Still have not scored here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, no good.
Braden Smith is everywhere on the offense and defensive end for the Bearcats. He is definitely keeping up the intensity, even though his team is down 2 touchdowns.
Turning around, and again it's Singleton finishing underneath the basket. $16-point ball game now. Coach Ross still barking out instructions for his defense. And they've kind of turned it up a notch here against Brookland in this final quarter. There's a block, and Singleton's going to get whistled for the foul.
It appeared at the point of the shot, it was blocked, all ball, by Singleton. But if you watch right here on the replay, watch his left hand in the body, or the right hand, excuse me, got him a little bit with the body there that's going to lead, and that's probably the 4th time in the last minute that Braden Smith has went to the floor. Once again, it gets quiet enough in here. You can hear a pin drop. Bearcat fans in disbelief, but when you're going up against a team that I believe the win streak was at 51 games, something like that, at in-state opponents before they lost to the first game of this tournament, it wouldn't take long before they got back to their winning ways. And as most people would anticipate in the preseason polls, you're trying to figure out who's going to be contenders and pretenders for the 2017-2018 season, and a lot of people saying Prep would be at the top of the list, so we'll see as the season progresses who sticks around.
Bearcats come up with a turnover, and now Newton into the game. Have it poked out from behind. Newton, a sophomore, looks like he's in 7th grade.
He's a young man, but he's definitely earned the respect of the Baptist Prep team, because I know whenever he came into the court, McBride and Roberts both, I believe, looked over at him and they signaled, that's the shooter, that's the shooter. So they know who he is when he comes onto the court.
4:06 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 50-35 is your score. Baptist Prep leading Brookland. We'll take a quick timeout. Alongside with them, we're back with more fourth quarter action after this.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you. Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336.
Back here at Bearcat Arena, fourth quarter action between Brookland and Baptist Prep. 4:05 remaining here in the ball game. 50-35 is your score. Baptist Prep leading, but it's Bearcat basketball trying to make something happen here in the last 4 minutes of this ball game.
Even though the Eagles are up 15 here, you're still seeing a lot of familiar faces on the court. They realize that this game can swing just as fast as they have developed this lead over the last 3.5 quarters.
Newton, Strode, Hath, Ballard, and Hatton all into the game for the Bearcats. It's Collins, Cobb, McBride, Spoon, and Singleton in the game for the Eagles. Nice little move, three-point shot for Hath. Too short. Not enough underneath it. Of course, we still got 2 more games coming up here this afternoon. We're going to have coming up next the Wynn Yellow Jackets and the Harbor Wildcats.
A good matchup here to start the afternoon for us here at Bearcat Arena. Day 3 of the Honda of Jonesboro Invitational, and I know that we're definitely looking forward to this afternoon and some of the matchups that teams who have won their first game of this tournament now progress to the afternoons, depending on how they won or lost their second game. So coming off the court now is going to be Cobb for the Eagles. You're going to think that his evening is probably over as the senior Kaufman steps back on the court.
There's a little step back from Newton. Now to Strode. Strode back out to Newton. He's going to drive now. Somehow, yeah, I was going to say somehow with a dish off down low. I don't know how he got that pass away, but he did, and a foul is called on Baptist Prep.
He looked like a fullback hitting the hole right there. You could tell that he's a young man that he's when he goes into the lane, he's expecting to absorb some type of contact, and as soon as he picked his dribble, he kind of tucked it like he was going through the A-gap.
Smith off the mark on that free throw.
Beautiful dish pass, though. Unfortunately, wasn't an and-one opportunity for Smith.
Yeah, and the Bearcats would have definitely liked to have had one of those to try to get them back in this ball game, but doors closing pretty quickly. They're running out of time.
Cobb on the bench. He's got 21, I believe, on this contest. And then Singleton has 16 of his own, so 2 of the Eagles leading the scoring so far.
Yeah, the Bearcats did a good job guarding McBride all afternoon. Held him to only 5 points.
Coach Gross upset right now. It appeared there was a travel here at the top of the key, right in front of the timeline. Before that, I think it was a holding foul that was called going after the trap. But at this point, I believe the damage is done unless we can get a late surge from the Bearcats.
Need quite a few turnovers as well.
Score table just moved on us as McBride crashed into it here at the brand new Bearcat Arena. These LED score tables, I'm not sure how much damage they can take.
Newton took a nasty little spill there as he was getting into it with Josh Booker. Take another look at the replays. They pick up a foul.
It didn't look that physical, but it definitely, I've never been to like a dance recital, but I imagine that's what something like that would look like. Kind of awkward. Young man's flexible though, he'll be just fine.
Two minutes even remaining here in the ball game as Newton picks up his first foul. 17 fouls on the Bearcats here in the second half. Booker missing the front end. Deep three-point shot on the way. Long rebound. Prep comes down with it. It's Booker. Feeds it ahead to Collins. Collins now to Kaufman. Collins going to drive with it. Left-handed shot. No good.
You know, you can tell when some of these young men come in, you've got, just looking across here, Ballard, center down low for the Bearcats. He's got great hair. Let's put that out there. It's sitting there as he runs from end to end. He's sweating a little bit, but take a look at half. That young man is drenched right now. I don't care that it is mid-November. He is working his tail off on both sides of the court.
Yeah, he's put in a lot of work tonight, and we're going to get, I think, a charge on Javion Collins.
See the foul right here committed again.
Right. Ballard does have pretty nice hair.
He does.
Very
Looks like
feathery.
he just stepped out of the shower. Troy Polamalu would be happy. He'd plug Head and Shoulders right there.
1 minute left to play here in the ball game, 52-36. Drew Thompson back into the game. Again, a very young squad here for Coach Gross. Riley Sukin in the game as well.
Big body kid down there.
Strode out to Thompson. Thompson wants to drive. Shot from the free throw line. No good. Bearcats come down with the rebound. Newton with a no-look pass down low to Sukan and missed the first one but got the second one.
Newton won't get the assist right there, but it's a beautiful pass nonetheless.
20 seconds remaining here in the ball game. We just got some correction. It's Suhan. Riley Suhan. 10 seconds left to play in the ball game. Shot up, no good. Suhan comes down with the board. 6 seconds left, and just want to get opportunity to get some other faces in the game here.
I've never really understood this philosophy that coaches use. There's 6.5 seconds left in the game, and you're going to substitute in a few men that have been sitting over there for the last hour, and I don't understand it. But they get to see the court at least, and their Eagles are going to be sent home to victory.
Final score, 52-38. And what a ball game for the Baptist Prep Eagles. And a couple of young men, Daniel Cobb and James Singleton, outstanding games for them. 18 points for Singleton, 19 points for Cobb.
So both of these teams are going to go through this tournament. Baptist Prep's Cobb is going to be named the player of the game, obviously deserving of that. His Eagles are going to end the tournament 2-1. So congrats to them as they go into the regular season. We hope that they have plenty of success, and obviously the Bearcat faithful here are going to be here to cheer them on.
That'll wrap it up again for this game, and then next game, of course, stay tuned because we'll have Wynn and Springdale Harbor going at it. All part of our 4-game affair this afternoon here on Tubetown. Of course, stay tuned for the final game of the afternoon as well, the championship of this tournament, as the Nettleton Raiders go up against the Marion Patriots. A 5A East, 6A East matchup there, and should be a fun one to be a part of. But again, coming up next, Wynn and Springdale Harbor. That's on Tubetown right after these messages.